Hi, I'm Eleanor, and welcome to this week's edition of the Intuition Lab. This week I'm going to be talking about what I think is a fun topic. It's intuitively led travel, or are you drawn to a specific place? There's a phenomenon of feeling not deja vu, but feeling that you really are meant to go somewhere. Not even to live necessarily, though that is the case for some people, but just that you're meant to visit this place and experience it. I personally am feeling it now. For a couple of years now, I've felt strongly drawn to visit York in England. And apparently, I have no recollection of this, but according to my uncle, I visited when I was a 3 year old quite a while ago. And I just have this real desire to go. I look at pictures of the streets, and it's not that I'm a huge Harry Potter fan or anything like that. I just feel like I am meant to spend time there. I also have an acquaintance in New Zealand who, despite having lived in New Zealand all her life, has been drawn to go to Iceland. She's never been, but from the age of 16 on, I think she's in her late 50s now, she's just really had a strong affinity for the place and really, 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 really wants to go. I know other people who've visited London or Paris or Thailand and really just felt like not even that it was a trip of a lifetime, but like they were on a mission. They had to go there. So let's take a look at why. Why would your intuition draw you to a place? And I will say that there may not be an obvious reason. You may not even fully process it after you've gone and returned. But I think quite often it's because we're meant to encounter the energy of the place. Like there's just something about being there that is restorative for you on a soul level. And you don't have to have the why necessarily. Maybe it's filling in something from a past life or a past life desire. Maybe there is just something about that specific place, the energy of that place, that you need more of in your life, in your energetic field. I can say I felt that way about Bonaire. I went there earlier this year as a birthday present, and it was absolutely magical, and I cannot wait to go back. I couldn't explain why. I mean, I enjoy snorkeling, but I'm not a scuba diver. But there's something about that place. Once I first visited briefly, I was on a cheesy cruise, but I stepped off the boat and thought, I really want to come back here. And I did, and it was wonderful. And I feel like there's something for me there that's healing or restorative, something that I need to connect with. And I'm really not pushing the why of it right now. I just sort of trust that the information I need will be revealed to me. But sometimes it's the energy of a place. Sometimes it's an encounter you're meant to have. Like maybe you're meant to meet someone. Maybe you're meant to experience something, sometimes for good or for ill. It isn't just you will meet the love of your life or you will meet, that best friend from 20 years ago just randomly at a cafe somewhere. I mean, that could happen. But sometimes it's because we're meant to have a specific encounter that could only take place there, either due to the location or the people there. And as I mentioned before, sometimes it's just energy we're meant to experience for our growth, for our edification, for some soul contract we made, before we incarnated on this planet and we are not aware of. There are real reasons for feeling drawn to a place. And I ultimately think it's for our personal growth, be the experience for good or for ill. Sometimes there are lessons we are not learning at home that you will learn if the day to day structures around you are taken away and you're in a new place. You can just experience the pure essence of whatever the lesson is you're meant to learn. So, like I said, sometimes it's because we're meant for that space energetically. Sometimes there's a past life tie. Sometimes it's the essence of a place. Like if there are things we want to experience, there are great places on the earth to do it. And there are places we should probably avoid. And it's highly unique. And I know this sort of speaks to astrocartography, which is a subgenre of astrology that look based on your natal chart looks at ideal places for you to have specific types of experiences in this lifetime. And I'm not an astrologer, but I invite you to try something to, if you have a printed map, great, or you can print out a small one. Just look at those flat projections of the world, or just look at it on your screen. And just, you can run your finger over it, or just imagine yourself sweeping over it, better yet, if they've got the Latin longitude lines on it. And just see if there isn't a place that you are drawn to outright. Like, what places light up for you when you consider them, right? And just focus on that. Now, if you know that you have a connection to that place, like your ancestors are from there, that could be one reason why you're being drawn, like you're meant to experience what they experienced. They want you to see the world through their eyes in a way. Um, and sometimes we just go to a place to recharge. Some places are meant to invigorate us, some places are meant to teach us hard lessons, some places are meant to just heal us on some level. Now, if you find that you have a strong urge to go somewhere, or you did that little map exercise I just mentioned, do research, and this will benefit you whether or not you are in a position to go. If you just ask yourself, why am I drawn to this place? Sometimes the answer is, I just am. The next thing I would recommend you do is to look at pictures of the place online or in a book and just see what comes up for you. Like, are you drawn to visiting this one place, or is it because this one place, like, let's say you're drawn to parts of Switzerland, right? And is it because you were meant to go to Switzerland, or you just feel the need to be surrounded by mountains? You can sort of suss out, what is it that I need from this place? Because if you have the means and the ability to go, then you sort of have an idea of what you're meant to do there. Maybe you aren't meant to do the touristy things. Like, I rarely do that. I'll do like one or two of them. But what I generally like to do is just walk around neighborhoods and see how people live. I think that's important to my journey. Maybe what's important for you is to check out every library in that space, because there is something about the quality of energy or experiences that people had in that library that you were drawn to. Now, you can absorb it by physically going to a space, or you can look at pictures and videos of that place and just visualize or feel yourself there. What do you feel you were getting out of it? What do you feel is the transformation for you, either going or imagining yourself there? It's really interesting to do that. Like, if you want to go to a place just because it's on the quote unquote, and I hate this term, bucket list of everyone you know, maybe it's not meant for you. Maybe you'll go to great expense and take time off of work or away from your business or just from your busy life and go, and it'll be a disappointment. When maybe if you sort of intuitively felt yourself going to this place, you might have had an inkling beforehand that maybe going there just wasn't for you. So I guess I'm also here to say that if you cannot go, it is possible in many cases, not all, to get the same benefit as if you were able to physically travel there yourself. You can, thanks to the internet now, you can listen to radio stations from that place and immerse yourself in it. You can look up foods, on online, or look up recipes on like YouTube and other similar sites and see if you can cook some of them, just to sort of immerse yourself in the culture and ask yourself, what is it that I think I will get personally? What is my soul's growth reason for going there? And like I said, sometimes the answer is not going to be revealed to you. It's going to be that you just don't know. You don't get a definitive reason, but you just feel you have to go there. Um, Sometimes you have a date with destiny, though, and I'll do an episode about this. Very few things in our life are actually fated. There are some encounters that are, just hard coded in your life path, but most of them, like 95% plus, I would say, are tied to, well, 90 to 95% plus are tied to the decisions we make in any given moment. But if you, and I'm not even a fan of the show, I don't know why I'm bringing this up. Like, let's say you really want to go to Paris because you saw Emily in Paris. You can ask yourself, well, do I really want to go to Paris? Do I want to relive that feeling of being somewhat naive and younger, or conversely for another show, just being more mature? Do I want to be that person who lives this life, who uproots their life, who's sort of like a stranger in a strange land? Do I want to experience that? Do I want to wear odd styles of clothing? What is it that you want to manifest or experience by going to this place? And I'm not trying to discourage anyone from going, but I think it can really help to manage your expectations if you feel drawn to a place, to find out what it is you actually want and to discern, can you get the essence of it without going? Or is it just essential to you and your life path to go? And if that's the case, then tune into your intuition if you don't think it's an immediate possibility and just ask, how can I go? Or if you really just feel it's impossible, but you have a strong urge to do it, I would encourage you to just put it out there to the universe and tune into your intuition and ask, what is it that I would need to do in order to go to this place? You can ask, well, if I am meant to go, please show me the way. You can even set a time frame, but know that the universe exists on its own timing. I would like to go to this place and experience what I'm meant to experience there within this time frame. Or I would like to experience the essence of what it is I am meant to encounter where I am right now. So sometimes when our intuition draws us to a place, it can be because we are meant to experience something specific to that location there. It's because we are meant to physically attune to the energy of that space by immersing ourselves in it, because we are meant to have an encounter with someone or something, because it is vitally important for our soul's growth and we don't fully understand why. But our intuition really is a wonderful thing. It can lead us to experiences we might not have otherwise had on our own. And even if you go somewhere and you interact with local people and you say, well, I didn't do anything remarkable, but I got to see how other inhabitants of this planet live, then that is the journey. That is the experience, right? Not every trip has to be some sort of peak experience where you scale a mountain or bungee jump off a bridge or something. There are reasons why you are drawn to a place. So I encourage you to do your research, immerse yourself in the energy of the place as much as you can remotely before going. And if you are able to go, then just fully embrace it, immerse yourself in it. Oh, sorry about the sirens. Ask yourself to be shown by your intuition what you're meant to do and where you're meant to go. So, everything from itinerary planning to just feeling like you want to chuck the itinerary and just wander around. Ask that you be shown what it is you are meant to see and experience by going on this trip. So, I hope this helps. It's a little random, but it really spoke to me this week. So I hope you really enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. Follow if you are watching this on YouTube. Please excuse my very needy cat who I think Soul's Path is telling them that they need to come in right now. And I will speak to you next week. Take care.